Hello again, this is attorney Mark Brunner, and thank you for joining me once more on Talking Texas Law. Well, here it is. It's April in the state of Texas, and with April comes a very special date to some people, April 20th or 4/20. If that date is special to you and you know what I'm talking about, then you really should listen to this video. You know, April 20th, some people celebrate the use of marijuana on that date as if they needed a special occasion to do so. But if you know that date, 4/20 is special to you, guess what? It's special to Texas courts also. It's the season of drug testing. Court officers, probation officers, pretrial officers, prosecutors, judges, they know that people tend to perhaps indulge a little bit more on narcotic substances in the month of April or on 4/20. They're not dummies. They've seen this before. With that in mind, again, the season of drug testing, as I've talked about before in other videos or in my blog, which you can find a link to down below, drug testing of criminal defendants for marijuana use or other narcotic substances is a everyday common affair. It happens all the time. A judge needs very little reason to ask for a drug test of a criminal defendant, especially if they are, let's say, already on probation. So with that in mind, the question is it a criminal offense to try to adulterate or falsify a drug test? And the answer here in Texas is you bet you. In the Controlled Substances Act, it is a Class B misdemeanor to bring in a device or substance that is used to try to adulterate or falsify a drug test. Class B misdemeanor has a range of punishment anywhere between 0 to 6 months in jail or up to 2 years probation and a fine of up to $2,000. If you deliver to somebody else a device or substance with the intent that they use that to then falsify a drug screening test, well then now you're facing a Class A misdemeanor with a range of punishment up to a year in jail, up to a $4,000 fine, and again possibly up to 2 years probation. So yes, Texas does criminalize the attempt to try to falsify or adulterate a drug test. You know, the system has seen this pattern before. You just really need to watch yourself. The worst thing you can do when you're trying to do something like this is think that you can outsmart the system, and then the problem is if you're falsifying a drug test, you're going to lose a boatload of credibility, not just with your defense attorney, but also with the court system in general. You could hurt your standing with your probation officer, with your pretrial officer. That could affect your bond if you're out on bond, with the judge, with the prosecutor who your defense attorney may be working with to try to get a good plea bargain with. So again, why turn one criminal charge or one probation into now 2 cases against you? It's just not worth the gamble. With that in mind, it just plays to be safe, know what your conditions of probation or bond may be, know what you can and can't get away with as a criminal defendant, watch yourself, and just be wise on this month and in every month. Again, this video is being offered for informational and educational purposes only. It's not to be construed as giving exact legal advice. It's not a legal consultation, and unless you are already a contracted client of mine, I'm not your lawyer. Once again, thank you so very much for joining me today on Talking Texas Law. This has been attorney Mark Brunner. I'll see y'all next time.